friends! Welcome back to some more Cinderella Phenomenon. I would say things are heating up with this path, but that is not the case because they've been heated up this whole time. It's just a continual state of simmering, and I am so hyped for it. I'm living for it right now. I cannot wait to see what happens next. So, let's get cracking. Chapter 6, Betrayals. Ooh, oh, that's ominous. Just saying that's a little ominous right there. Varg. I told you I'd come back for you, didn't I? Oh. Varg taps his cane on the floor, creating a shockwave of powerful energy that blasts us all across the room. The impact of the magic forces me against the wall. I collapse to my knees, pain thrumming in my head. The king collapses somewhere nearby, and I hear the crack of the box as it lands on the ground a few feet away from us. Waltz holds out his hand. I take it, and he helps me back to my feet. April, are you all right? Yes. April? The king looks at me quizzically, but his gaze does not linger. He looks toward Varg, his eyes narrowed. Did the king remember who I was? Did he? Oh, that'd be so wonderful. I mean, maybe. Oh, God. Your Majesty, are you hurt? The king shakes his head at Waltz before turning his attention to Varg, his eyebrows furrowed. Who is this man? Your Majesty, this person is working for the Wicked Witches. What? Wait, what happened to Jurian and Garland? They were just outside the door. What did you do to them? Oh no, nothing bad better have happened to them. Not again! Ah! Varg cocks his head to the side. Who? The guards just outside this door. I'm sure that they must have hidden themselves when they saw the king coming into this room, but they still should have been able to see Varg coming. Guards? Huh. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about, Princess. Oh no. Where are they then? I hope nothing terrible has happened. Varg seems like he is telling the truth, but I cannot trust him. Please let them be safe. Yes, oh my god, seriously, please let them be safe. I see Neverland a few feet from us. Wait, if I can just open it up, does that mean that he'll have his magic? I can try and grab it, but Varg will probably thwart my attempt with magic. I have to wait for an opening. I'll distract him. While I do that, the both of you need to run. What? I eye Varg. He looks at the three of us with his lips slightly quirked as if he is amused. Can he hear us, talking blatantly about what we want to try? This isn't the time to argue with me, April. Oh, God, guys. Okay, wait. He's saying this isn't the time to argue with me, April, which means I feel like in the dialogue they're trying to tell me to listen to him. But I don't want to. I want to stay with him. Why don't you stay with me? Ah, okay, I'm trusting my own instincts. The dialogue can suck it. No. Oh, God. April. We must prioritize the king's safety. I will help you. I do not know how, but I must do something. But we are in this together, Waltz. I'm not going to run away while you sacrifice yourself for us. Waltz's disapproval is clearly written on his face, but he eventually sighs out, seeming to let it go. I've made a wrong choice. I can already tell. Or, not. Good to know. You are too stubborn for your own good. So I've been told. I turn to the king and place a hand on his shoulder. Your Majesty, leave this to us. You have to escape somewhere safe. This does not involve the king. It is me that Varg wants after all. The king shakes his head as he removes my hand from his shoulder. He stands up and moves in front of us before pulling his sword from his sheath. Your Majesty! What kind of king would I be if I stood back and allowed 2 children to protect me? Oh, come on. I'm 17 years old. I'm 17 years old. I'm not a child anymore, to quote Ariel, except she's 16. But anyway, Varg looks amused by our conversation. You know that I'm not letting you get away with this. Get away this time, Princess. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Father, his cane is enchanted. You cannot hold him with just a blade. Father? I'm at a loss for words. It has been a long time since I called him that. Much to my surprise, the king's lips pull into a soft smile. Oh my god! Does he remember me? You said that at the gates that one day, when you were seeking an audience with me. I have not been able to forget that day. Before I can say anything in return, a familiarly smooth voice breaks the ensuing silence. I'm so sorry, guys, so I'm not speaking right. I apologize. Oh, I wonder where all these voices are coming from. I'm gonna guess Mithros. I think that's who it is. Yep! Boom! I am learning this game, I swear to God. A familiar man steps into the doorway. He inspects everyone in the room quietly. Mithros. Your Majesty. Quickly, summon the knights. We have an intruder in the palace. He gestures at Varg, who looks unperturbed. Oh no. Okay, so either Mithros is gonna pretend like he's still in the king's employ, or now's the time everything really goes to shit. An intruder, you say? Sir Mithros turns to Varg. At first his expression is impassive, but then slowly his lips begin to edge into a sly smile. Oh god. I can already tell where this is going. You're such a ruffian, Varg. Look at all this property destruction. I can only gape at Sir Mithros in shock. If he knows Varg, then he is most certainly affiliated with the witches. A little slow on the uptake, but then again, I played this almost 4.5 times now. You know this man? Explain yourself, Mithros. We are all thrown off guard by Sir Mithros' laughing. Soon his laugh becomes a mad cackle. There is a strange brightness in his eyes that sends shivers down my spine. My apologies, Your Majesty. I'm just as amused at my servant's atrocious behavior. At ease, Varg. Sir Mithros gestures at Varg, a silent command to lower his cane. Varg obeys him before moving to a corner of the room and leaning against the wall with disinterest. Don't worry, Your Majesty. You're not the one we're after. It's me. What? It's me. So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Coffee, give me strength. Sir Mithros turns a sly smile on me, and I instinctively take a step back. The princess is the lady we need to escort. Escort? Princess? This girl is a princess? Well, yes. Yes, that is what me calling you father would imply. That is correct. It is a shame you can't remember your own daughter, even though she stands right in front of you. Enough with your vagueness. Explain yourself. The king's grip on the hilt of his sword tightens. I am not obliged to explain everything to you. Try thinking on your own for a change, Your Majesty. Mithros! Sir Mithros ignores the king's outburst and turns his attention to Waltz. Waltz, no! He visibly stiffens and a sly smile contorts into a grimace. And look who we have here. I see that the traitor has returned to the palace. Oh yeah! And I learned in Fritz's bad ending that they have a history that I need to learn about. I am hype. Waltz stares at him, looking puzzled. Sir Mithros tilts his head to the side and offers Waltz a lopsided smile. You still look the same as you did back then. I did not think it was possible for you to grow any weaker, Waltz Cresswell. Ugh. Mithros, I see. Waltz suddenly looks melancholy as he stares at Sir Mithros. Waltz, what is going on? This man's real name is Myth, and he is a witch, same as me. It appears that he has been using a powerful glamour to conceal his real identity. Okay? If I hadn't been cursed, I would have been able to tell right away. I would not give yourself so much credit, Cresswell. Waltz narrows his eyes but says nothing. I glance between the two of them, confused. But how do you know him? He secretly worked for your mother, practically worshipped her. I was the only other person who knew of his existence as a witch outside of the Tenebrarum Bearer. A witch? I trusted you, Mithros. The king says the words through gritted teeth, his face contorted in anger. Sir Mithros flicks a wrist. It is a dismissive gesture, and he still looks amused. What a hypocrite you are, Your Majesty. He eyes Waltz. You're willing to play nice with some witches, but not others. This bias is what drove us witches to madness in the first place. Sir Mithros faces the king with a grin. You human hypocrites are so easy to manipulate. It is pathetic. Mithros! The king charges towards Sir Mithros with his sword held high. Your Majesty, don't! Oh no, oh no! Okay, well that's magic. The king's sword never touches Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros only has to hold out his hand and suddenly an invisible force pushes the king back. My god, I can't speak. He crashes into one of my shelves, knocking down my dolls. Your Majesty, my dolls! I quickly run to his side to help him up. Thankfully, he does not seem to have any major wounds. To think there was a witch working in the palace the whole time, and not the good kind of witch either. I was too careless. Rejoice, Your Majesty. I still have more surprises for you. I will never forgive this betrayal, Mithros. Betrayal? I'm afraid you have been played for a fool this entire time, Your Majesty. My loyalty has always been reserved for Lady Hildir and no one else. Myth, I can't imagine what you would hope to gain from all this. Hildir is long gone. Sir Mithros' eyes flash as he turns a severe glare on Waltz. His voice is seething with venom when he speaks. Had it not been for you, traitor, she would still be here. The king mentioned Waltz's betrayal. Sir Mithros called him a traitor. What exactly did Waltz do? Sir Mithros beckons me forward with a gesture of his hand. Now, if you please, princess, come with us if you don't want them to get hurt. Waltz immediately stands in front of me. I won't let you take her. In your current form, you don't stand a chance. I will make certain that you will never break your curse, Waltz. This whole thing was a setup, a trap. I'm so sorry, Waltz. This is my fault. No, it was mine. The reason we came was to break my curse. My eyes once again flit to the box on the floor. Neverland is just a few steps away from me. Neverland. Waltz's eyes follow mine to the box. He leans back and whispers to me. You have to get the box and break my curse. I feel for the key inside my pocket. If Waltz's true magic is indeed sealed in that box, then releasing it might give us a chance at victory. And Mithros and Varg do not seem to have caught on to the fact. Oh, crap. And Mithros and Varg do not seem to have caught on to the fact that the object that will break Waltz's curse is right at their feet. Okay. The king moves to stand beside Waltz and draws his sword again, his body a shield. Your Majesty! I will not let you take this girl. You will have to go through me first. You can't do this. April. April. I've always loved that name. I thought if I ever had a daughter, I would give her that name. Oh. Magic makes even the impossible possible. You must truly be my daughter, yes? Tears start to blur my vision. Oh, how disgustingly touching. It seems as if I will just have to deal with you first. Oh, guys, I'm tearing up. No! I rush toward the box at the same moment Mithros casts his spell. Varg lunges toward me, his hands reaching for me, but he is too late. By the time he grabs me, I've already inserted the key into Neverland. I give it one definite twist, and hear the click of the box as it pops open. White flashes through the room, blinding me. Suddenly, I feel a strong arm around me, holding me tightly, protectively. When I open my eyes, it is Waltz I see. Even several years older, I still recognize him. Oh my god! We're allowed to lust after him now, my friends! He is of age! He is of age! Ah! Look at that! Waltz. Oh! Listen to this new music. How did I do the adult? So the kid's voice was up here, so I guess the adult's voice would be just more down here. Hey there, little star. Seems like the tide has turned, Mirth. Waltz grins, and I see a confidence in his expression that I have never seen before. Sir Mithros' frown has only become more severe. Oh, looks like the game is glitching a little bit. Let's see if I can fix this. No, apparently I can't. Fool, I will show you that I was the favorite apprentice. Be careful not to hurt the princess, Mithros. Varg's voice is almost teasing, but Sir Mithros does not seem to care. I didn't plan on it. This black box, sorry, I'm like thinking about it. I just need to put it from my mind. Sir Mithros gestures his hand in a sweeping gesture. The beginnings of a spell gather at his fingertips. Waltz looks at me and smiles reassuringly. Now when I say that I can protect you, April, I definitely can. Oh! Oh! Look at that! Oh, it's beautiful! Waltz holds out a hand just before Sir Mithros' magic reaches us. An invisible barrier suddenly appears in front of us, thwarting Sir Mithros' magic. I've got a bona fide witch on my side. I mean, I always have with Delora, but oh my god. Now I've got one as a love interest? I am so hype. Seems like I'm not as rusty as I thought I'd be. Walt snaps his fingers and effortlessly creates a dark wave that pushes both Sir Mithros and Varg to the wall. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Although I'm finding his voice harder to do now that he's not a kid anymore. What do we do now? The Order of Caldera. They are sworn to an oath of protection. We can rely on them. Can we? Waltz glances down the hallway, his mouth drawn in a tight line. I see clear suspicion in his eyes. I look back at the king. The knights should have been here by now. Surely such commotion should have brought them running. Now I know why Waltz is staring down the hallway. He is searching for the knights that are meant to pass through here. There is no possible way they did not hear the skirmish in my bedroom. Oh no. I hope Jurian and Garland are okay. The three of us push onward. I stand between the king and Waltz, waiting. I'm not entirely sure what I'm waiting for, but I can feel the tension in the air. We only stop moving when a voice cuts through the silence. Your Majesty. Oh, Sir Alcaster! Sir Alcaster stops before us with a group of knights. His face is impassive at best. Waltz takes a step back as Sir Alcaster looks to the king. The king is quiet for a few moments, his eyebrows drawn together in a terse expression. He finally speaks. I am about to declare a state of emergency. Where have you been? Alcaster. Seize them. Oh no. My eyes are still on the knights in front of us when I hear footsteps from behind us. I'm nonplussed when a dozen knights appear from the shadows and surround us. I look for Fritz in the cluster of knights, but he is not here. The king stares around him, baffled. What is the meaning of this? Could this be the reason why? What is happening? Oh my god, so much is happening right now. I cannot handle it. That voice. We all turn to watch the dining room doors open. Ophelia enters with Emmeline and Rod. Oh my god, everyone is here. Several knights trail behind and flank them on either side, giving them no room for escape. Rod notices me and stares in shock, but says nothing. Gennaro. The minute she sees the king, she calls his name and attempts to run toward him. The knights only need to raise their swords and block her path to stop her. I think that takes care of all the intruders. Though I am not happy that two managed to escape. Two? Jurian and Garland? If they manage to escape, they might be able to get reinforcements. The king will be judged and convicted. His crown will be given to one more worthy. No! I see. Lady Hildir is not coming back. I'm not letting it happen. It was you who sent the letter, Alcaster. That is correct. Now, if you want to protect your family, you will hand over your crown. The king shakes with rage. Was this yours and Mithros' plan all along, to take down this kingdom at its heart? Sir Alcaster snorts and crosses his arms. Do not clump me together with that snake. Both of us have different goals. It just so happens that we both needed to be rid of you. What? You are a weak king, Gennaro. The kingdom of Angiel needs someone who will rule with an iron fist. You are too soft, and so your subjects have become too dependent on the kingdom. And how do you propose I run my kingdom? By instilling fear. There is no place for fear in this kingdom. It is a ruler's obligation to assuage the fears of his people. I cannot believe that you would do this, Sir Alcaster. I can. He's done this every time. Alcaster looks at me with disinterest. April, correct? I have no business with you, but I suppose Mithros does. We have been backed into a corner. What do we do? I feel for my pocket, my hand touching the smooth surface of a vial. I can still remember the potion that Parfait gave me before we left. Oh my god, we have to use the potion. I had forgotten I had this with me. Parfait told me to use the potion if we found ourselves in a difficult situation. She said it would give us time to escape. She did not even tell me what it does. I glance at Waltz, who is eyeing the knights quietly. But it is also possible that Waltz would be able to do something about the situation with magic. Oh god, okay, the dialogue's not leading me. But I feel like Waltz already did his magic, so now I feel like narratively it would make sense for the potion to come next. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm literally just gonna start closing my eyes and picking things, because I'm not gonna worry about this so hard anymore. Oh my god, use Parfait's potion. I reach into my pocket and slip the vial out. I open my fingers just long enough for Waltz to see it. He gives me a subtle nod before turning his attention to Sir Alcaster, who is still speaking with the king. I will make you regret your actions, Sir Alcaster. I throw the vial to the floor. Okay, is that how you're supposed to use it? I didn't know that. The moment it shatters, a blinding white light envelops the room, forcing my eyes to close. Waltz grabs my hand and pulls me away. Don't let them escape. I hear a few grunts from the king as Waltz begins to barrel his way through them. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Waltz leads me into the throne room. We all have somehow made it out. Rod stands in between Ophelia and Emmeline. Rod must have pretty good eyes to be able to lead them both out of there in all that chaos. Good job back there, April. I never realized you had a potion. Parfait gave it to me before she left on her urgent meeting. Okay, oh, that was right. Okay, that's good. Good. I'm glad. It's a good thing then. You saved me by using it, you know. Using a more complicated spell would have drained my energy. Okay. Like I thought. He already used his magic once. Narratively, it made sense. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Why is this happening? Emmeline's eyes are filled with tears. Ophelia takes her into her arms and rubs her back in an effort to calm her. This is my fault. How could I not have foreseen this? Jurian was right about him. I should have listened to her. This is not your fault, Your Majesty. We don't have much time. We need to escape and tell Lady Parfait about this. It sounds like Jurian and Garland were able to escape. It is possible they will soon bring reinforcements. Rod, you know about these people. Rod is silent for a few moments before nodding at her. Yes, they're my friends. Friends? Can I be friends with him? I would like that, please. Rod just shrugs at me. More likely, he just wants us to play along. Waltz paces the room, his arms crossed as he tries to think of something. Waltz. I haven't done this... that was Rod, sorry. I haven't done this in a long time, but I can try to open a portal that leads back to the Marchen. Witches can do that. Only the most practiced witches. It only works if they have a clear image of where they want to go. So you can do it. I can. I was taught by your mother after all. Oh my god. I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous. Oh. Waltz starts waving his hand in front of him as he conjures a spell to open the portal. But the portal disappears as soon as it appears and fades again. Damn it. They're coming, Waltz. I'm doing my best, princess. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Waltz tries to cast a spell again. This time the opening appears and stays. I did it. But this won't be open for long. Your Majesty, you must go first. No, let Ophelia... Oh my god, we're arguing about this. We're arguing about this right now. Just start going. Just walk. Waltz nods as he ushers Ophelia and Emmeline into the portal. The Rod is reluctant to step inside. I force him into the portal before me. I can't keep the portal open much longer, April. I can manage one more person before I need to recast it. Your Majesty, you must go. No. What? I do not have any intention of leaving. To leave this place is to abandon my kingdom. I will not flee like a coward. I will protect my throne until my last breath. You're protecting the throne by leaving! Living to fight another day! Oh my god, stop being such a dummy. But that would be suicide. He will not kill me. He may have managed to sway the order, but I have the people on my side. Hence why he will kill you. Hence why he will kill you. Killing me will cause an uprising, and that is the last thing he will want. Maybe, but that's... What he's gonna do is he's gonna kill you so that no one will try to argue for you to stay. 'Cause once you're dead, you can't be the king. You will be an ex-king. the artist formerly known as King. But if the king escaped, he will be able to fight from the outside. The castle and his crown are symbols, but he is in danger if he stays here alone. Oh my god, yes. I glance at Waltz and notice his paling. I can tell the magic is sapping his strength, making him weaker. I ball my hands in a fist. I cannot leave the king here by himself. He is the king, and I am the crown princess. Waltz, you will come back for me, right? What are you? Before he can react, I put my hands on his back and push with all the strength I can muster. Oh my god, April, you dummy! You dummy, they're gonna bring back the queen this way! Walt stares at me in horror as he falls into his portal. Oh my god. I am sorry. Waltz disappears and the portal collapses in on itself, leaving me with the king. They are going to resurrect Hildir with you. And it's gonna be your fault. Oh my god. Both my mind and heart are numb as the knights approach, ready to surround us. The king and I sit on the floor with our hands tied behind our backs. And whose fault is this? The king's. God damn it, Dad. Dad! You put us both in danger. The king and I sit on the floor with our hands tied behind our backs. There are 2 knights standing by the door to watch over us. I look at the king, who remains as quiet and solemn as before. He has been so calm. Does he have a plan? Why is it that you chose to stay with me? 'Cause, I don't know, I'm a dumbass. I'm surprised when he finally breaks the silence, because there are questions I need answers to. Besides, I cannot just leave you here. I have many things I need to ask you. King Gennaro falls silent as he stares at me. The gold of his eyes clearly reflects my own. I had never realized how similar our eyes were before. I had neither. Is it true? Are you really my daughter? Yes. I was given the fairy tale curse and turned into a peasant. My title was stolen from me and from the minds of the people. No one remembers who I am anymore. Cinderella? How did you know? It's reverse, so how did you guess that? I've noticed the glass slipper necklace on your neck, but the other slipper seems to be missing a piece. A piece? I look down and stare at the second slipper. My eyes widen when I notice that the piece is bigger. I got a good deed at some point. Probably for staying with my dad. But when did this happen? I consider and recall the moment I broke Waltz's curse. Oh! The flash of light! Was it when I broke Waltz's curse? This means I only have one more deed left to complete, but my birthday is tomorrow. Are you all right? Yes, I am just worried. You have been through much today. Try and get some rest. You must reserve your energy. Yeah, I've been through much today, and part of that is because you wouldn't gosh darn leave with me when I told you to. Gosh darn it! I am unsure what he means, but either way, there was no way I could possibly sleep now. At least, this is what I tell myself. But as minutes pass by, I feel my eyes getting heavier. Yeah, get some rest while you still can, dude, seriously. Eventually, I drift off into a dreamless sleep. April, you must wake up. I blink a few times, and when I come to, I find that I am leaning on the king's shoulder. I fell asleep. The king glances back to the door, his eyes narrow slightly as he takes a deep breath. It is time to go. What? I turn toward the front doors and realize that the knights guarding the room are missing. They will be back soon. We must hurry. We've got a shot. We've got a shot to escape. I am surprised when the king pulls out of the ropes that were binding him. He holds a small knife in his hands. How long has he been out of his bindings? When did you free yourself? And where were you keeping that knife? Do I want to know? I think I have been sorely underestimated. I have been trained just as well as the knights. It goes without saying that I could get myself out of bindings. I am not so weak that I need to depend on others to protect me. It sounds like something I would say. But where did you get the knife? They made sure to take anything we had that could have been a weapon. Would it suffice to say that I pulled it from a hidden spot? Not many people think to look in a person's boots. Sure, that's where you were hiding it. Sure, I believe you. Okay, I believe you. The king leans down to cut my bindings, then lowers himself to the ground. His fingers brush the floor. What are you doing? Finding the keyhole. Oh, okay. So that's what we're calling it these days. Ah, here we are. He pulls a small key from his pocket and fits it into a crevice in the floor. The floor gives a gentle, audible rumble. The king pulls the tile from the floor, revealing a hidden staircase. There was a hidden staircase here in the floor. An escape route, if one was ever needed. Only I know of its existence. Only you and probably the people who built it. You didn't kill them after, did you? Now we must go before they return. I nod and follow after him. The king sets the panel in place as we descend down into darkness. Man, this king must have been really, really, like, very, like, paranoid to have not told any of his personal knights about this secret staircase in the throne room. I mean, wow. I mean, okay, I guess I get it because he did live through a war. But I mean, to not even trust his own allies, which is serving us well now, but still. I nod and follow after him. The king sets the panel in place as we descend down into darkness. Oh my god, April, speak. The floor rumbles once more as the hidden pathway closes behind us. Both of us walk in silence for some time. The only sound we hear are the echoes of our footsteps. I am behind the king, staring at his back. He seems to have already recovered from his earlier injury. Or he could be just pretending that he is all right. How is your back? It doesn't hurt as much now. Thank you for asking. Silence ensues once again. This is getting awkward. Maybe I should say something? Sure. Let's try saying something. I'm not sure if this is right choice, but I'm gonna try it. I cannot stand the silence any longer and speak up before I lose my nerve. I am sorry. Why are you apologizing? Because I've done nothing but cause you trouble. Rod once told me when I disappeared, the king was the happiest he'd ever been. Because I was not there. I am sure if you'd been given the chance to forget me or not, you would have chosen to forget me. Great! I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Lots of right choices. I think I've only made one big mistake this run. No, it feels like I have been the cause of your pain, not the other way around. I feel as if I should be the one apologizing. I've been wondering for a while. If you are indeed my daughter, why do you address me by title? Do you not call me father? I stop in my tracks and turn away. It has been years since I called you that. You were never there for me, so I stopped considering you my father. A deafening silence falls upon us. That was pretty rude to say, but I mean, at least we're getting things out into the open. I am sorry. Can you tell me why you distance yourself from me? The king looks at me silently, with something like regret in his eyes. I want to slap myself for my foolish question. My apologies, I forgot that you do not remember me. You know, I have learned many things since I have been cursed. But the things I have learned do not answer my questions. I had thought that by staying here I would finally chance upon some answers, some truth. I've always thought that only Mother loved me because you were never there for me. I am sorry I cannot give you the answers you seek. Well, I can understand why you would hate me. I am a witch's daughter after all. Hildir, do you know what transpired in the past? You mean with Mother? Hildir threatened to kill the person I loved if I did not marry her. She threatened to kill Ophelia. The king looks down, his face contorted with anger. Parfait said that Mother already broke their rules long before she took over the kingdom. Her hands were already stained with blood. I won't let any more of my loved ones die in her hands. I had no choice back then. I married her because I refused to let her hurt Ophelia. I hated that woman for ruining my life and my kingdom. I know. I recall when he thanked Waltz for saving the kingdom. Can you tell me who Waltz is? Waltz? He was Hildir's apprentice. He was powerful, considered the second strongest among the witches. Really? He was a child prodigy. That is why Hildir ordered his family killed when they refused to give him to her. Waltz didn't find out about that until much later. Mother killed Waltz's family. I cannot believe this. Just how many lives did she take? When he did find out, he betrayed Hildir. He divulged her plans to the fairies and helped them defeat her. I gave him a copy of the key to the secret tunnels so that he could deliver it to the Lucius bearer. So that is how Parfait got a copy of the key. I gotta admit, I didn't even think of that. Then Hildir cursed him for betraying her. I do not know how you two know each other, but it is fairly obvious to me that he is loyal to you and cares about you. He was the type of person that expressed that loyalty plainly, so I can tell. I do not know why the king decided to comment on such a thing, but my cheeks are suddenly warm. Because you have a crush on Waltz. You care for him. Do I? He is a good man. How did we even get to this conversation? Yeah, me and my estranged father talking about boys. The two of us are still walking when the king suddenly stops, and I nearly bump into him. Ah, here we are. This should bring us to the passage that leads into the gardens. I follow his gaze to a rusty door. He slowly approaches the door. Stay close to me. I nod at him. He turns the knob and pulls open the door. Wow, I'm really glad we got this conversation. This was really lovely. The king and I can only gape at the sight in front of us. It is the last thing we expect to see behind the door. Mother? Oh my god. Oh, here we go. No! Oh my god. Just when I think they can't heat things up anymore, they add another layer and another layer. This is so well done because they're building on things that have been established in all 4 of the previous timelines. And now I'm like the minute I see Mother in the crystal, I'm like, oh my god, here we go. Here we frickin' go. I am so hype. I can't wait to see what happens next. So please join me next time. Follow me on the social media. Come find me on Twitch. Frickin' love you all. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!